I consider myself a strong advocate for access to demos. Whilst an informed opinion requires many sources, I do wholeheartedly believe that hands-on experience with a game is the best way to determine if you will enjoy it. That's why I try to play as many demos and betas as I can, though the term beta is now relegated to a timed demo instead of a development phase. Semantics aside, the recent trend of betas in the industry is a valuable one. Several years back I got to try Titanfall, a game that I really enjoyed. After hearing the good words surrounding Titanfall 2, I picked up the sequel and it quickly became one of my absolute favourite shooters. What makes the demo I played so vital is that it swayed my opinion on Twitch shooters, such as Call of Duty and Battlefield. Whilst those series failed to amuse me numerous times, the demo for Titanfall encouraged me to pick up my first Twitch shooter in years. Many companies choose not to provide a demo out of fear that players will dramatize minor flaws and then choose not to pick up the game. That, or they choose to hide the game because it's terrible. The former is vastly underestimating the potential of a demo and its ability to bring new fans into the genre. That's why the closed beta for the Friday the 13th game intrigued me. I've not played many asynchronous multiplayer games, and I'm not a huge fan of horror games, but this gave me an opportunity to try my hand once more. It's been a few weeks since I had the chance to play it, but I thought it would be worth throwing my hat into the ring anyway. The demo featured a singular map in which a player controlling Jason must hunt down and kill the counselor players that are hiding from him. The counselors can enter cabins to search for equipment which will make surviving easier, but it isn't an easy affair. Jason can detect any sound you make, and though you can run from him, your stamina is limited. If you're on your lonesome, in the dark, or near a body, your fear will increase and make you easier to find. You can lock doors to slow Jason's progress as you make a sneaky escape out of a nearby window. Hiding is also an option, giving you the classic hold your breath under the bed horror trope. Communicating with friends nearby can help you coordinate your actions, but Jason will also be able to hear you. Most importantly, the items in the game give you much more survivability. For example, a knife could be used to stun Jason briefly as you make your escape, or a wrench can repair cars, or a phone's electric box.
Flare gun. Oh, for God's sake! What did you do? Why did you do this? What did you think you could achieve? Oh, fuck. I am out of here. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
To allow different escape methods instead of waiting out the full 20 minutes.
So how do I get in?
Holy shit! It started!
Oh, yes.
Jason's job is simple. Kill everybody. The mechanics of Jason and the counselors are balanced well in such a way that any Jason can kill counselors, but only a good one can kill them all. Despite the actions at your disposal as a counselor, you're still very much a target.
He's coming. Oh, cock.
This means that every moment is tense as you hear the music build, Jason approaching, and hope to God that your escape plan works. My favourite moment with the game was when I entered a match with a friend and Jason approached our cabin.
Coming for you. Coming for you.
Other way. No, guys. Hold the front.
He's coming for you.
Close the door, then. Get away. Get her open. It's over here on this table right now. To the right. hold the doors.
No!
I got you, bitch.
God damn it!
I got you.
At least the radio's on. Damn it. It's at moments like these that the game shines. The hysteria of playing as a counselor, with friends or strangers over voice chat, is a beautifully terrifying experience. Sadly, that is only half of the story. I had several chances to play as Jason, and each time after the first I sighed as I realised that the next 20 minutes would be spent in monotony. The extent of the fun you can have with Jason is taunting the other players as you approach. Sadly, those threats don't carry much weight when the controls are unreliable. Jason can run, but he's awfully slow, and you have no chance of catching up to a running counsellor, and trust me, they can run. They have a limited amount of stamina, but they seem to get away more often than not. You have several moves at your disposal, but their usefulness varies. You can teleport to a chosen location on the map, which is fairly useful for searching for counsellors. To counter this usefulness, you have Jason's phase teleport thing, which pushes you forwards constantly, making it difficult to make your final location precise. It also has a delay after using it, so even if you teleport up in front of a counsellor, they'll easily get away from the only move that you can use to catch up. Jason's moves have a huge cooldown, which is great for incentivizing strategic plays, but frustrating when his only method of quick movement is so unwieldy. Your sense action can detect counsellors or their general location, which is essential for tracking them down, in conjunction with the map teleport. Finally, you have your rage attack, which takes a long time to build. It allows you to smash down doors by walking through them, which is great for terrifying counsellors. The issue is, it doesn't seem to finish, which is balanced out by the fact that it only has this one application that I can discern. Perhaps you can do more with it, but some form of quicker movement, such as a higher base speed, would have been a great bonus. This could perhaps be balanced by giving the rage a limited time for use. When I tried Dead by Daylight last year, I encountered a similar issue with playing the game's killer. I just didn't find it that fun. There's always the possibility that I'm just not very good at a high responsibility role such as the killer, given my lack of experience with this style of game. After all, I've not even seen a Friday the 13th film, so I don't exactly know what makes Jason an effective killer beyond what I worked out while I was playing the game. It could be that Jason just takes practice, but after several rounds of playing him and a reread of the tutorial menu, I still couldn't quite get the hang of it. Someone experienced with the films may be more capable than I. After all, the game is clearly made for its fans, as it's filled with fan service. Most, if not all, of Jason's various incarnations are present, all with different playstyles. The map oozes the camp vibe that the films are known for, and the tense music and sparse lighting immerse you in this painstakingly crafted world. Some animations are a bit janky, and things could be better in a graphical fidelity department, but the style of the game is on point. Sadly, this lack of polish also carries through to the current state of the game. Several times Jason got stuck when attempting to open doors, which basically threw the round. When utilising Jason's rage, a part of the door would always clip Jason's head, causing the camera to zoom into the object, blocking my vision. This was amended by attacking the air, but it was a waste of time, which is something in short supply in this game. The matchmaking was by far the buggiest aspect of the beta. On day one it took a long time for a room to be filled, but it was acknowledged as a bug and fixed the next day. Props to the developers for their swift action, but it didn't fix the colossal problem that was the waiting times. It can take 30 seconds just to find a lobby, and then you have to wait for people to join. Assuming everyone arrives instantly, you have to wait for them to load the menu. Then you have to wait for a countdown timer that's several minutes long that extends every time a new player joins the lobby, to allow people time to pick their counsellor and incarnation of Jason. Why the game can't just save default choices is beyond me. Then, after all of that, you have to load into the game. This can take 30 seconds if you load into the game quickly, but you have to wait for the user with the slowest PC in order to start. And there's no timeout system.
This means that entering the game can take a further minute and a half on top of your initial wait. Finally, you can play the game, but if you die at the beginning, you've spent up to 10 minutes searching for a game that lasted 30 seconds. When the game's finished, it also feels a need to load the XP menu on top of a section of the game's map, which adds another minute to your total wait time. This means that a third of your playing session can be taken up by waiting. Of course, as with any beta, my criticisms must be taken with a grain of salt. Part of the reason developers have betas is to fix the issues that players have. At the same time, do keep in mind that I'd be cautious of this game for these loading issues until they've been properly addressed. Besides, that wasn't even the greatest failing of the beta. The beta had an option for creating a party with friends, but it wasn't functional. Why such a feature was absent is mind-blowing. Playing a game with a friend was a test of my patience. We had to either time our searches, so hopefully end up in the same lobby, which didn't work, or have one player join the other in a frenzy to get in before anyone else, which occasionally worked. Add to this an issue where the lobby wouldn't load unless you restart the game, and it took us far too long to be able to play together in what really is a social game. That's the thing. Friday the 13th in its current state is riddled with small design flaws and a big issue with matchmaking, which make it difficult to recommend in its current state. Thankfully, it is a beta, and the matchmaking should hopefully be fixed before its release in a couple of months. The question at that point is whether they have enough time to fix the game's bugs and finish enough content to make it a substantial game. Even if it falls short of that goal, it is definitely worth watching. The last I got to play of the game was in a few private matches with some guys we met in a game. They spent the whole time joking around and playing the part, and the adjacent player was really in character, which made the whole experience completely different. Instead of just a fun multiplayer horror game, it became a fun social experience, where you end up striking up conversation with complete strangers as doom nears ever closer.
I'm dumb as a box for Rosh. Wish me luck.
Oh, look at that booty. Look at that booty. I'm gonna stick this blade up in there.
What about my booty?
Don't
Is
mind
it
me.
not?
Don't mind. Just,
When's my turn? Come on.
man.
Oh yes! The private match experience alone is worth commending the game over, but without a sufficient party and matchmaking system, they could lose the great potential that the game has. Keep an eye on this one. It's a bit rough around the edges right now, but has the chance of blossoming into something truly special.
Carter's full. That's right. Hey, you alright there, buddy? You got booked up.
We rollin', boys!